Fighting under the candlelight. Welcome to Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds. This guy won a championship as a heavyweight, remember? 5'11" tall with a reach of 74 inches. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. In the middleweight division, 160 pounds, 5'11" tall, with a reach of just over 72 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated.
It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has... The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. That one lands. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Hook misses. Couldn't land that jab. Nice hook. There's a scoring straight left. Has to be careful. For very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Right round.
Here we go for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Not so tense anymore. Trying to loosen things up. I like it. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Can't find a home for that jab. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Bombs away. Right uppercut can't find a home. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible work rate. You'd like to see more jabs. No rest for the weary. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Jab slick, just keep him on.
Go out there, you win this next round, Timothy. I need you to focus.
That's it. Start sticking.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
They exchange punches. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They better start respecting each other's punching power. These two fighters are made for one another. Just misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good, man.
Time for the 5th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. So much for boxing. This is a fight. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he misses with that straight left. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornermen.
Good round. I like that.
Here comes round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That punch is beginning to take its toll. A perfect counter shot. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice punch. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. There's a counter shot. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? He blocks the uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Johnny, it's a majority decision win. Did you think it was going to be that close?
I didn't think it was going to be that close. I really didn't. I thought this was a one-sided fight. It was like a walk in the park. But for the fight to be